Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a total of 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Greg Conant. That's me.
Oh my God, we're ready? Oh my God, I'm winning. It's a race. It's a race. It's a race. Who knows what that's from? That's from Rat Race.
Oh, yeah. It's a good movie.
The Pentagon released UFO videos. Oh my God, they
Yeah.
admit it.
It's the same videos. They've been leaked for years, but they finally just flat out released them themselves and said
Good.
there's no other
I've had
version.
so many arguments with so many stupid fucks. Not about UFO footage. I know that also there's so much UFO footage. It's like some of it's got to be real. Of course, a ton of it is fake. But just the sheer odds of our universe being infinite and constantly expanding, right?
Yeah.
But yet people argue there's no alien life. What? You know? Am I nuts? Doesn't just logic and you hear how I talk? I am an intelligent guy. I know I make fun of myself a lot, but I also have some wits about me. How the fuck is the universe going to be infinite, and we are the only life in an infinite universe? You fucking simple-minded, simpleton, dumb fucks. They're like, oh, you're a conspiracy theory. No, it's just the odds.
Yeah.
It's the odds. Anyways. And also, too, many governments from other countries have admitted it long ago. And they've even said in, like, interviews, like, come on, U.S., like, just fucking tell them already, you know? I believe, I could be wrong. Justin Trudeau said it in an interview before. Like, he admitted UFO sightings and his government has proof and footage or whatever. And I believe Russian ambassadors as well. And I'm glad we finally did it. It's like, come on. It's just, no shit there's aliens, you fucks. Anyways, that's crazy. I'm glad they admit it. Finally, a little truth from our government.
Where are they? We could use their help.
Yeah, guys, you got a vaccine that's not poisonous? God, it's so crazy. There's so much misinformation in this world. I don't even want to talk about it. No, I'm not anti-vaccine. But yes, I would like to know the ingredients in my vaccine. Like, what the fuck's in that, dude? I want the rich people vaccine. I don't want the poor people vaccine. I don't want the one to fucking euthanize me. Fucking bastards. Like, what vaccines are you using in war-torn countries? Oh, the same ones on the lower class America? Oh, no, thank you. I'll take that 1% vaccine, please. The one with gold flakes in it. Yes, Goldschlager. I'll have a shot of Goldschlager. Fuck Fireball. Goldschlager's the real OG. All you Fireball new booty pussies. I'm 6 years sober and know that my history. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I got notes today, baby. I got so many funny poop stories. Dude, I call out, it's just harder to talk for an hour and a half by yourself. So I was like, I'm going to call my mom and my aunt. I'm going to get some poo-poo stories. They fucking, of course, did not let me down. God, these ladies shit. My family shits everywhere. Their pants on the floor. We're getting into the poop stuff early, but who cares? My Aunt Norma has the best shit story I've ever heard in my life. She was dropping her daughter off as a child, like 10, 11, 12, middle school age. And she was dropping her daughter off, my cousin Lisa, to her friend Mary Catherine's house. My cousin said, my Aunt Norma pulls in the driveway and just gets out of the car and runs in Mary Catherine's house, not her house, and runs to their bathroom downstairs and just shits running down her leg, shits all over the floor, shits all over the bathroom like Dumb and Dumber, not out in the ceiling, obviously, but just shit everywhere. And she didn't know what to do, and she was too embarrassed, so she just ran out and left. She just shit in her daughter's friend's house all over white carpet. First of all, this is fucked up for my Aunt Norma to do this. But second of all, if you have white carpet in your bathroom, you got it coming, okay? Yeah. You know, you gave her no option. I would run too. If it's linoleum, I could clean that up. I could make this go away. White carpet? You're dead. You're dead in the water. You're crazy. And so she shits all over the floor, runs out of the house, gets in the car, smelling like shit. My cousin Lisa's like, ugh. Her mom shit everywhere and never spoke of it, never brought it up. Lisa said she went to Mary Catherine's house at a later date to play, and the carpet was gone. They had no carpet. There was no carpet in the toilet. That is awesome. She shit the rug and got rid. She made them remodel their home. That's gangster shit, man. That's amazing. What other poop notes? Norma shitting at Mary Catherine's, check. Oh, I forgot. But this was the type of household where they had white carpet everywhere, and you had to take your shoes off at the front. They're not Japanese culture. That's Japanese culture, right? You have to take your shoes off at the door. I love that, actually. It's a cleaner home. It's better. So I believe, I could be completely wrong, I believe it's Japanese culture, some Asian culture. I don't know. I'm not Asian, right? And you take your shoes off because outside's the dirty world, you know, and you're not supposed to bring that energy into your home. It's feng shui. And I on top of feng shui, which I wholeheartedly believe in, and I love that stuff, I'm a hippie, man. That's why I got fucking rocks everywhere. But how about just on a hygienic level? Yeah. Did I say that word right? Just like they're right. Like why are we walking in the street with oil and West Hollywood with piss and dog shit everywhere, and then we walk on our carpet that I walk barefoot on and sometimes lay on it and play with my cat, you know, and rub my face on his fucking boogers. He's been snot rocketing all over the place. I stepped in 2 boogers recently. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it. It's traumatizing. You guys just get out of bed and step on a wet snot rocket. Your cat did. No, okay, I'm sorry. So gross. And I love him. What the fuck was I talking about?
Carpets and not walking on them.
Oh, yeah. That's a great tradition.
In Minnesota, it's kind of standard because all winter you go out, you get your shoes are all wet. So,
yeah.
And then we just carry it over into the summer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's better. Your carpet lasts longer.
Yeah.
You don't have to clean, mop, and sweep as much. You don't get whatever dog shit you step in or cat boogers. You got your cat boogers all over the floor again. Why is old Jewish woman voice my go-to for every, or Southern? So Norma shit and ruin their carpet. Now this is my mom's story. My mom was they were on vacation and it was a girls' trip. And my mom's a big lady. My aunt's a big lady. All her friends are big lady. Big booty, big Berthas. It's fucked up. But my mom, she calls it the herd. I swear to God. She calls, the herd. They went on a road trip and they, doing solving and just old lady shit. And she was in her friend's hotel room, not hers, and had to shit so bad she ran to the toilet and went to poop in a rush. This is a big older woman, my mother. She's 73, and she flipped the lid down. And she didn't know. She's an old lady and was in a rush, and she just sat on the lid, and it was too late, and she just shit all over the lid. And she just shit all over this lady's bathroom. Imagine going in somebody else's hotel room, shitting on the lid, and then taking a shower in their hotel room. It's not her hotel. But she had to. It was just as a mess and just cleaning it up. And then she said on top of that, that lady is like a clean freak lady. Like just, and my mom is not. Clearly, she shits everywhere. That's some good poo-poo stories. What other ones? Oh, and she had to borrow underwear. I cannot believe I forgot that. I starred that.
Borrow.
Tilly borrowed Kathy's underwear. Sat on the lid of Mrs. Clean's poo-poo. And then she had to borrow. Imagine shitting on your friend's toilet. Not your hotel room. Key. It's not your room. You shit on their fucking lid. You take a shower and you ask to borrow underwear, and thank God she's a big booty woman too. She just so happens to have a pair that'll fit your fat ass. That's fucked up. I called my mom a fat ass. It's okay. It's okay. I love her very much so. She saved my life. She gave me life. Oh, Jesus. Has it been an hour yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What's the etiquette? Do you ask for those back if you lend out underwear to somebody?
I think they're gone, bro. I think I would ask for them. If they were cute underwear, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to need those MeUndies back. If they're an older pair, keep them. You keep them, Chris. I did that at Trader Joe's. I shit my pants there 2 times trying to fart on management. Isn't it crazy that I shit on Charles? I farted on him. I was like, hey, bro, come here. I got to take a secret. I already told the story, but it's worth telling again. My manager, he was the homie. He was cool. I was like, hey, I got to tell you a secret. And I went to fart on him. And I went, oh, no. I pushed too hard. And then he said, oh, no, you didn't. And then I waddled away. He's like, oh, my God, you did. I was like, hey, dude, you got to cover me on register for a little bit. He's like, I got you, homie. And he covered me. He said, that's a good manager, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You go to fart on him and he covers your reg because you shit yourself. And I don't remember if that was the good underwear or the bad underwear, but I ended up, we'll just say that was the good underwear because it was MeUndies. And then I washed them off in the sink in the public bathroom at Trader Joe's. Put them in a produce bag and saved them. Then put them in my purse. I think I showed Gorman. I was like, hey, look at this. He's like, what is that? I was like, wet underwear that I cleaned in the sink at Trader Joe's because I shit in them. He was like, oh. It's like, why are you swinging that at me? You're a bitch. Anyways, so that was one incident at Trader Joe's as a 32-year-old man. And the other time I was just shitting in a chair. Sitting in a chair, and I just did a wet foam fart. And I went, oh! And this one was probably the bad underwear, and then I threw them away in Trader Joe's trash can, open face barrel, shit up so everyone could see. And it probably was Gorman, but I definitely told several coworkers. Were you one of them? I was like, hey, go to the bathroom, look in the trash can. And they did, and they're like, oh! And I was like, yeah, that was me. I'm proud. Leave my mark. It's my store. It's my store. And that's 2 poopies. That's a lot of poopies. I gotta stop talking about poopies. So I've been selling a lot of t-shirts. God bless you guys. I've been selling like 1 to 2 a day. Ooh-wee. And I went to the post office and I saw Larry David in real life. Not Larry David, but what do you mean? You know, this old guy with a mask was yelling at this poor lady. And he was like 90, so it was funny, you know? He walked her. She walked away. She goes, I can't do this anymore. She's being nice and sweet and helping him and telling him what to do, but he's just old curmudgeon fuck and he can't figure out how and he's like, and he was one of those guys where she would like tell him the answers. He goes, I didn't tell you what the problem was yet, you know, and I don't even know what he was saying, but you're just like, you hated him, but he's also 90. He looked like 103. He's probably 87 to 93 if I were to guess. Old as fuck. And then she walked away, and then he's just waiting there. And then the other male lady, he goes, can you help me? And then she just starts laughing. And then he goes, where'd she go? And then she was, I hate describing people now because you're always going to get trouble. She was like a soulful black woman. And she was like, honey, she left because you frustrated her. And just told him how it was. And then she's like, I'll help you out. But if you frustrate me too, I'm going to walk away just like her. And she just laid it out. And I was like, oh, I love you, lady. That's some fucking gangster shit. Be like, I'll help you. But if you're a shithead, you could fuck off. That's a good woman. And then there was a long line, and I made the joke. I was like, Larry David, everybody. And it's Hollywood, so almost everybody in line got it. And we were laughing, dude. We were laughing. And then even the post office lady was laughing. She goes, that was Larry David. It was just such a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment. And then she's like, that's not. She was laughing, and everyone was laughing. And she said, it's funny, but it's not funny. And then the guy next to me goes, it's funny. I was like, yeah, for us. It was like, we're visiting this world. They have to live here and deal with fucks like that every day. And I know exactly how that is at old TJ's. God, I wish I wrote down his verbiage he was using. Just old school. I think he was Jewish. He sounded Jewish. Fucking can't call anybody anything anymore. I'm gonna get canceled. He sounded Jewish. I mean, what older neurotic people are gonna be Jewish? That's a stereotype that's true. I'm pretty sure older Jewish people would agree. They admit it. Yeah. What other shits I got? I wish I could describe that better, but just old fuck huffing and puffing with a mask on. He was wearing a mask and he's adjusting it. But this, like, if he wasn't wearing the mask, I promise you this, lots of spit flying out of that mouth. So I thank God he was wearing a mask. Larry David. So I've been, as you all know, I don't have a kitchen, and I have a fake kitchen. It looks like a kitchen, but it's just a refrigerator and a hot plate. No sink, no nothing. So I wash my dishes in the bathtub, and everybody goes, why don't you do it in the bathroom sink? Because the sink is the size of my dick hole. It's small. It's small, and I'll break the cups. I could wash like forks and shit in there, but any decent sized plate, it's not happening. I have glass. Anyways, so I wash my dishes in the bathtub. And as most of you know, there's a show called Seinfeld, and this guy named Kramer. And Kramer was preparing food and a meal for friends in his bathtub while taking a bath. It's killing two birds, one stone. He was like, I figured it out. And he installs a garbage disposal in his bathtub. And it's a gag and it's funny. But the sad thing is that I have genuinely, I'm not even kidding, I have actually thought about installing a garbage disposal. You know what I'm talking about. Because you wash dishes, and if food goes down your bathtub drain, it clogs it, and then you have a shitty showering situation. And I just can't believe that a fictional character in a fictional show inspired me to, like, I wonder if it's possible. Like, can it? Because, like, a garbage disposal in my bathtub would solve 90% of my problems. I could just soak them and then just flick the switch down, instead of having the little wire catchers and on my knees doing dishes in the bathtub, already depressing enough. Then that fills up. Now I got to either get up, which sounds easy, but it's annoying when you're down there already depressed, fucking. And now I sometimes I'll just army crawl to the trash can, flick it, the waste in there, and put it back. And I'm just like, how insane is it that I'm like, I wonder if I could install a garbage disposal in my bathtub, and who would know? How do I pull it off? It's like, no, I can move. I'm under rent control. I'm on Melrose. I'm fucked until I'm not fucked. I'm beautifully fucked. Good attitude. But let's call it for what it is, guys. I am blessed. I live in rent control in a good neighborhood. But there's no parking, no laundry, no kitchen. So I ain't that blessed, motherfuckers. And I'm tired. And since quarantine, I've been doing a lot of home cooked meals. I don't exactly have the healthiest income, so I can't be eating out every day. And so I've been cooking a lot, which is a lot of dishes. What makes me think about that garbage disposal a whole lot more. Genius idea, really. Hair clog? Just saying. There should be garbage disposal in the toilet. Tampon clogs? My dad was always mad at my sisters and my mom because they flushed the tampons and clogged the toilets. He's like, God damn it. Throw them away. I get it. I get both arguments. It's like, if I was a woman, I wouldn't want a bloody tampon in the trash can. You want to flush it. But these pipes are old. And it doesn't flush. It done flush. I gotta start reading books. I'm talking about flushing fucking tampons here. Fucking Christ almighty. I'm gonna start doing drugs again. This is fucking bullshit, man. 6 years sober, what for? I'm telling everyone to get sober. I'm on my way out. No. I got this. Just shit your pants. I almost shit on a walk today. I had cold brew concentrate way too much because I'm sober and I want my eyes to twitch and to have an anxiety attack. And then I drank a smoothie with spinach and flaxseed and hemp seed and raspberries. And then I went on a walk and I text you, hey, I left the door unlocked. Be right back.
Yeah.
And then, no, I was here when you got here
Yeah.
because I had to run home because I almost shit my pants today. Oh, I watched Hellraiser. You know what's weird about quarantine? You start watching movies you normally would never have watched. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I'll watch Hellraiser. I never would have said that if it wasn't for quarantine. I watched Legends of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole. Did I talk about that last podcast?
No.
That's the greatest movie ever made, dude. Why aren't more people talking about this? I tweeted that. I said, why aren't more people talking about Legends of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole?
I saw that tweet. I didn't understand.
What do you
I've
not
never heard-
understand? You've never heard of that movie?
I think maybe.
Dude, it's so
Is
good.
it a cartoon?
Yeah, it's animated. It's
All right.
owls fighting. They got swords on their fucking... Dude, I'm not even a stoner anymore. But stoners, go smoke a fat blunt, put a little keef in it, a little hash oil, honey oil, do what you got to do. Make it last a long time. Man, my cousin used to make the best hash oil. I used to sprinkle it on the blunt paper and then roll a fat blunt, and it burns so slow because of the I don't know if that's healthy for your lungs. Just homemade oil from IE, Inland Empire. Just a... Probably not going to want to get your hash oil homemade from Redlands, now that I think about it. But it's not like there's a lung disease going around right now. Whoopsie. Anyways, I smoke so much shit you're not supposed to smoke. Hash oil makes your blunts and joints last so long. I wonder if that's a thing now. I remember it was a thing back in the day, big time, because you can make it yourself in your kitchen.
What's the oil?
Oh, just honey. I think you just crock pot honey with THC, weed leaves. I don't know.
So you're smoking like sugar?
Yeah, it's probably really bad for you. You're smoking honey with THC.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
That doesn't sound good. Well, I'm fine. Or am I? God, I smoke so much of that. I sell little vials of it.
I think it's funny that weed has expiration dates on it when you buy it at the store. And like growing up when it was illegal, like you would never throw out weed because it was too old.
No, it does go stale.
Yeah.
But also, like, I never understood the person that didn't smoke all of their weed. What are you, a fucking pussy? Roll a blunt. Get rid of it. Even if it was schnickel fits, like if I bought like an ounce of some stress or some shit to make and then I smoked it and I hated it because it tastes like shit and you get a headache. And I would at least cook it into brownies, and I'd be like, well, I'm not gonna smoke this. Let me cook. Sorry, just got the burps. Anyways, back to Legends of the Guardians. That movie is on one of the things I saw. It's on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and it's fucking dope, dude. It's almost like it's like a World War II. It's like Nazi owls. It's Axis versus Allied forces, and it's owls teaming up, fighting this epic owl war, and they're flying, and they got fucking swords on their little paws, and just, and then when they attack, they'll spin in slow motion.
Is it made for?
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Is it gory? Is it made for kids?
It's a kid movie, but you might shed a tear. There's some loss of life. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a badass movie, man. I've been talking about it for 2 weeks straight. It's so good. All right,
Is it new? I mean, it sounds like it came out a couple years ago or
yeah,
something.
it came out in 2010.
Oh, shit.
It's a decade old, and I don't understand why there isn't a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it didn't do well in the box office. Not enough owl lovers out there. It's annoying. I started Boardwalk Empire too. This quarantine has got to stop. That's a good show, but it's like, did I need to start that? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I got several
It's kinda-
seasons in.
It's kind of like good, but you could leave it.
That's a lot of. I think HBO had like Sopranos and stuff, and some really good shows, and then they followed them with some good attempts that didn't quite land.
That's what's dude. Sopranos and Breaking Bad like ruins television
Mm-hmm.
because they're unbelievably well done, and it's hard. Ozarks is so good. Boardwalk Empire is good enough, but I'm not leaving it like those other shows I just named.
Yeah.
And I'm chasing that. I'm watching that show in hopes it's as good as those other shows. Deadwood. God damn it, that's a good one.
But yeah, at some point you just don't necessarily want to watch any more TV.
Yeah, I'm done with it. And this quarantine is not done with it. So now I'm still... I took notes. Oh, Mr. Cat, hang on, pause. Oh, son of a bitch. You got that on tape, huh? Get in here. Dude, I'm such a klutz. My kitty's back. So my cat goes outside so much now, and I can't stop him. And he just fucking meows and claws me until I open the door. And that's how it's gonna be. Somebody messaged me, tell more stories. I'm like, I felt like I told them all. You only have a limited amount of drug stories. The thing is, I probably have a million more. I just don't remember them. Drugs.
It's amazing how many you have. Like, we're on episode 77. You know, you filled at least 60 of those episodes with stories.
Did I tell the story about spraying the crackhead dude with the fire extinguisher?
Yep.
Did I tell about giving homeless people ecstasy?
Mm-hmm.
What about the flight to Amsterdam where I sat next to the dude and he was sleeping and I told the stewardess to give him food and then I ate my food
Yep.
and his food?
Yep.
God. Smuggling drugs into jail? Oxycontin in my nutsack?
Mm-hmm. Stole a bong later that day.
I'm not telling that one. Oh, Jesus. Hot box. And the cops pull me over and a cloud of smoke hits him in the face.
That one doesn't sound familiar.
I didn't tell that one?
I don't think so.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So many of you know I got arrested for throwing firecrackers at police officers on horses, a whole posse of them. Allegedly. Anyways, immediately after that, because I'm a dumb fuck, and I mean like within 1 week, 3 days, 4 days, I go down to Dockweiler Beach. It's this beach in El Segundo. They have campfires, and I'm drinking with my buddy Kyle, and we're drinking Sailor Jerry's and Coke, and then we're degenerate, alcoholic, drug addicts. I can't speak for him, but he is. And then we're like, all right, this, bonfire's over. Let's go to Hermosa. Let's party. It's what I used to do. So now we're driving to Hermosa Beach. It's a short beach drive, maybe 3-4 miles. Why we can't wait to smoke? Like, why didn't we smoke on the beach? Why didn't we smoke when we got there? Why are we driving drunk, drinking, hotboxing? Why are we doing this? It is not necessary. It's a 7-minute drive, 10 minutes maximum. Oh God, guys, what? So we're hot fucking boxing, and then as soon as we get to Hermosa Beach, we get lit up. Police, boop, sound of the beast, KRS-One, baby. And we're just like, oh, fuck. And now, like, we're literally just like, do we roll down the windows? Then they see this, like, what do we do? And I was just panicking. We just sat there, just still. And then the cop knocks on the window. He's like, roll it down. We're like, oh, no. We roll it down just like in Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, dude. Just a cloud of smoke hits this cop in the face. And he looks at us and he smiles and he goes, oh, man, this is going to be good. And then he's laughing with his buddies. And we're just like, fuck. He pulls us out of the car. He cuffs us up. Now, my buddy Kyle, he has warrants because I hang out. Are you sure I haven't told this one?
Maybe.
I feel like I have.
It's been
Oh,
a
well,
while.
it's already done. My buddy Kyle has warrants in, like, Torrance. And I just got out of jail. I'm out on bail. I have 4 charges. My case is pending. But the good thing about pending is when you don't have a court date, you're not in the system yet. So you could get in trouble and you're technically not on probation, Anyways, Mr. Cat, chill the fuck out. I'm telling a story, dude. This is what he does all day, all night.
He just came in.
Come here. You got little eye boogers. Sorry, podcast, but I gotta. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, you got the eye boogers. What the fuck's I talking about? So they cuff us up, they pull us out, they're questioning us, they're searching the car. I ditch my weed in the car because fuck Kyle, right? No, it's just weed. And it was he was searching the car. He found so many lighters. He found pipes. He found weed. We didn't even lost weed we didn't know about. And then Kyle had a warrant for a suspended license, I believe. And then Kyle, we give each other the nod, like, you're taking the rap for the weed, And I don't know why, but thanks, Kyle. Because I had 4 charges. I was already out on bail, and I was just like, I don't need this. And he's like, somebody's getting a ticket. You already got a warrant. You get the ticket. No need for both of us to get a weed ticket. This is a long time ago when weed was illegal. And then and they find all this weed, and I remember Kyle and I being like, oh shit, that's where that weed went. We fucking lost that sack. And then he's questioning me. I'm cuffed up, and he goes, have you been arrested before? I said, yes, sir. He said, oh, what city? I said, Hermosa Beach, this one. He's like, when? I was like, 4th of July. He's like, what for? And I was like, fireworks. He goes, wait a minute. You weren't that kid that assaulted the horses and the cops that made the newspaper, were you? And I said, no, sir. And then my buddy Kyle went, and he starts laughing. I was like, get the fuck off, Kyle. I'll fucking kill you, dude. And then I'm pretty 99% sure they knew it was me. And then they call the Torrance cops to pick Kyle up. And for whatever reason, the Torrance cops are busy and don't pick Kyle up. Torrance cops they got nothing to do. There's no crime. They'll pick you up for littering. They got the fact that they didn't pick him up. I was like, what? Even he went, are you serious? Like, they're not taking me to jail? So they're like, all right, you're free to go. And they said, Kyle, you can't drive. Your friend has to drive. Keep in mind, I forgot to tell, we have a Coca-Cola bottle that's full of rum, Sailor Jerry whiskey, whatever the fuck it is. And I was like, all they have to do is open it. But we're dumb for drinking and driving, but we're smart. We're like putting in a Coke bottle with Coke. It looks like Coke, you know? So they didn't open that. Thank God, because he would have got a DUI. And then, shut up, cat. And then, so now they're like, all right, you can go now. And then Kyle looks at me because he can't drive. He has a suspended license. They're like, so either you drive, they point to me, or we're going to tow your car to the impound. And Kyle looks at me like, with the eyes like not saying it. Motherfucker, I just took the rap for the weed. You better drive my car. And I think it's a setup. I'm like, they know I've been drinking. They know I'm like, they're gonna set me up. They know I assaulted the cops and the horses. Like, they're gonna get me. And I'm like walking away from his car. I'm like, I'm gonna go find my sisters. My sisters weren't there. You know, I was just like, I'm gonna get away from this. I don't want to be anywhere near your car or the cops. And then he was like, come on, dude. Like, gotta drive my car. And I was like, all right. And then I drive it and they follow me the whole way, which was only several blocks because we were in Hermosa, like just from to the pier. And I just pull over, park, and then we go drinking. And they're just sitting, watching us drink at Hennessy's like, on the patio. And I'm just like, they're really killing the mood, you know? And and nothing happened. And God damn it. He does this, and he'll start knocking over rocks and crystals. It's like, hey, that's my knives. It's my knife case. Oh, flies.
So did you leave the bar? Did they follow you? Did they leave?
We just got away with it.
Yeah.
I think we drove home. Yeah. That was the same friend I tricked into snorting heroin. Did I tell that one?
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't bring that up. What about, did I tell the tale about putting a dead fish in the back of a stranger's car?
Mm-hmm.
What about lighting the car on fire with gunpowder? Maybe we won't say that one. What about the time? Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. Did I tell the time I stole my mom's car when I was like 15, drunk with no license, and it was trash day, and I crashed it into all the trash cans, and trash exploded everywhere. There was trash all over the neighborhood, and my mom's car got fucked up, and she woke up, and she's like, what happened to my car? And I was like, oh, fuck, I did that, you know?
I don't think you told that one.
That's fucked up.
There's some
dude.
other car thief stories.
I stole my mom's car drunk in high school with my buddies, and I was showing off, and it was trash day, and I was like, I got close to a trash can, and then we all laughing, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just hit one. And then I hit one, and it fucking just and it rolled and like crashed into other cars, causing damage to multiple vehicles. I was like, oh man, that was fun. And then I hit maybe a half dozen trash cans and just destroyed my mother's car, not thinking about it. Get home, park in the driveway. Just hopefully she doesn't notice. Get out of the car. The car door won't open. Like, there's damage. I'm like, oh no. Call my dad up to fix it because my mom's pissed. He fixed it as best he could, and he's like, just tell your mom. He's like, hit the car with a bat, you know, hit it like the tire, swing it hard, and then you could tell her like, oh, I hit your car with a bat, and then you're not lying. And I was like, I like your thinking, Father.
The hell?
Because you hit her car with a bat, you know, you just leave out the other details of driving drunk, crashing into trash cans in Torrance at 3 a.m. Anyways, so, you know, 20 years ago, your trash can was destroyed and your vehicle was messed up around Spencer and Madrona. I apologize but I'm a changed man now. I'm just saying, man, that's just fun as fuck. I know you could die and you might murder people or yourself, and you should not do it.
The whole bat alibi makes you seem like a weird other kind of monster, though, that just like beat his mom's car up.
My dad doesn't have the best logic. He helped me out, though. I told the bullet hole story. He patched that bullet up, too. But Dad's a real one, man. I know if I go to jail, call my mom, she'll bail me out. But I know if I'm trying to not go to jail, call my dad, he'll cover it up.
That's a good.
I tell the story, had to have told it, where I crashed my cousin Lulu's Volkswagen into the center divider.
Mm-hmm.
What about getting kicked out of Fat Face Finish for diving off the roof into a crowd of people? And then my buddy stomped my face.
Yeah.
Getting kicked out of Juliana's New Year's Eve party for jerking off with her face lotion in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I probably shouldn't have said that one either.
Was there ecstasy involved in that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know it. My mom yelling at me for staying up all night on ecstasy using her face lotion to jerk off. What is with me and face lotion?
Yeah, you told that.
I definitely told that one. What about when I got into the wrong car to sell drugs?
Mm-hmm.
I've told all my stories.
It's fun to go through them all, though. There's so many.
Lost in Paris with Justin Callis, where we both got lost high on hash.
You told the whole Amsterdam story once. Maybe that was in there.
Smuggling drugs with the doggy.
Tell that one.
I'll retell it. So me and my buddy Callis, I went to Amsterdam when I was 19. I sold drugs from 16 to 19, saved up about 10 grand, flew my ass to Amsterdam, blew it all on drugs and hookers and alcohol, and it was fantastic. Good food, treats too, lots of sweets. Anyway, I did not buy a hooker. So we're in Amsterdam for like 2 weeks and then we're like, let's go to Paris. We're right there. We'll catch the train. And so we have a backpack full of drugs. And this dog comes up to me and Callis. We're both just. By the way, we went to Amsterdam in November. It's cold. It's rainy. We're riding bikes everywhere. We're drugged out. We're not eating. We're eating sugar, drugs, and beer. We're malnutritioned. We look bad. And when we're going to Paris, we're starting to get sick. And we end up being sick in Paris the whole time. We can't even leave the fucking hotel room. It's just, we just did too much drugs and we're out in the cold, wet rain. And so we just look like strung out fucking kids. I told you this too. When I came home from Amsterdam, any family member or anybody that saw me like, oh my God, what happened to you? I was like, it's drugs. Like, what do you want? I know how to binge. Anyway, so now we're sitting on a little bench at the train station waiting for our train to take from Amsterdam to Paris. Amsterdam, almost all drugs are legal. Paris, almost zero drugs are legal. We're taking it with us. This dog comes and puts his paws on my, and I'm like, oh, doggy. No, there's a cop holding the fucking dog. I was like, uh-oh. He goes, drugs or whatever. They said weed or something. I go, and I had a tin can of roaches. We savored little roaches in a little Altoids container. And I go, and I showed him, and the cop went, oh, okay. That's what the dog smelled. I'm like, no, there's a backpack full of drugs, dude. The cop then goes down to the next bench. There's another dude sitting there. We don't know him. The dog paws him, opens up his bag full of drugs, less drugs than what we have. They cuff him up and take him away. And it was like Interpol too. I know it. It wasn't like you could just tell, like it was some like customs. It wasn't normal police. You know how like we have, it was like something like that. And I was like, oh my God. And then we get to Paris. We have all our drugs. We're just doing all of it. We go to the Eiffel Tower together, and I don't know why. I think because he's sick. He's not feeling. We're both sick as fuck. We're sick, and he's like, I'm not feeling well. I'm gonna go back to the hotel. And I was like, all right. So he leaves. Now I stay. I'm sick too, but I'm like, fuck it. This will be my one day to explore because I know I don't have it in me any other day. And I do the whole Paris shit, all that trendy stuff. And then I go back to the hotel, and this is hours later, bro. This is 6-8 hours later, and I get lost. And I get so lost for so long that I'm lost in Paris. I don't know the name of my hostel hotel thing. I don't know the street name. I don't have GPS. This is 20 years ago, or how old was I? This is 16 years ago. There's no GPS. This is flip phone, Nokia brick phone. And I'm just wandering the streets of Paris. My feet hurt. I'm just literally sick, not high anymore, and about to cry and break. Like, I don't know. I'll just sleep on the sidewalk and go at it again. Right when I'm about to lose hope, I find my fucking hotel. I don't even know how. And then I go in, and then Justin's not in there. He's not in there. And I don't even think anything of it. I was like, oh, maybe he went to get lasagna or whatever the fuck is French. That's Italian. You know, fucking bread. He's getting a loaf of bread. Anyways, so maybe like an hour or two later, he comes in like and he's like, dude, I've been lost for 11 hours or whatever. Like, he was lost for an unfathomable length amount of time. Enough time for me to do sightseeing, explore the city, and get lost. So he's lost for 8, 9, 10 hours. And and when he walked in, it was like almost like he came in from a blizzard, like kicked the door. Oh my God. Moral of the story, don't do drugs and not write down your address. Keep a matchbook, a key card, an address, we don't think. Same thing. A lot of us got lost. There was 4 of us on this trip. Me and my buddy Andrew Trainer, his older brother Mike Trainer, and Justin Callis. I'm naming their names because there's nothing. It's a fun drug trip when we're 19. And then we all got lost and we all almost died. We all almost got hit by the trains because there's no guardrails. There's not in America. There's no crossing. There's no ding, 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 ding. That shit just zooms by. Look alive, bitches. So I knew hash, weed, opium, ecstasy. They have it all, you know. You think you're not going to almost get hit by a train? You know how many times a train just went, I was like, oh no. That was 17 inches away from me being dead. Callus ate too much mushrooms, and we were at a Pink Floyd cover band. I think I told this where the girl puked in the cup. She said, are you done with your beer?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And she puked, filled it to the top, set it down, and said, do you have any gum? And then we made out.
Yeah.
I'm a real one. What do you want from me, guys? And then...
Did you have gum?
I don't think so. Fuck it. And then so Callus ate too many mushies, and then he's bugging out like, the CIA's after me, man. And we're like, no, they're not, dude. Like, watch Pink Floyd cover band. This is awesome. He's like, they're after me. I gotta go. And he just leaves, and we're like, well, there goes. See you later, bud. I ain't chasing that. And then he comes 4-6 hours later, whatever, to the hostel. And he's like, yeah, I was hopping train to train to train thinking people were following me until I realized no one was following me. You know what, guys? Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Yeah, and so we're just sick in Paris. And then this... Andrew, I think I told the story. It was so funny. We're going to we land in Amsterdam, leaving the airport, getting on a train to go to our hostel. The train doors, subway, whatever. What's it called? Subway, right? Yeah. Trolley. I don't know. The vessel. The doors are fucking closing. And we just see Andrew on the outside of the train, and the 3 of us are on the inside, and he just goes and we're like, bye, like acts. And he same exact thing happened to him. He doesn't know the name of the hostel, and thank God Amsterdam is a small city, and he's going hostel to hostel to hostel asking for reservations, trying to find us. And then we're worried about him for about 15 minutes, but then we're dudes and we just got there. So then we get fresh Heineken because they have a Heineken factory there. It tastes the best beer I ever had in my life. We're drinking Heineken, smoking hash. And then we a lot of 6-8 hours go by. We just forget about Andrew. And then he shows up, same like, oh, I found you. And we're like, oh yeah, we lost you. That's the difference between dudes and girls. Girls would have got off at the next stop, searched for their friend, contacted authorities, tried some guys. We forgot. We fucking straight up forgot about Andrew, and then got high. And then when he came back, we were like, "Oh yeah, we lost you, dude." I like it better that way. And you know, maybe that's insensitive, and people get lost and die and stuff. You know, be stronger is what I have to say. No, that's fucked up. I don't think I need to say that one either. Bareback a heroin addict.
Was that the one you weren't supposed to say?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll just say it. This is bad. This is from a long time ago. I must have been 21. We were at this drug house. We used to drop acid and do mushrooms and just, you know, a tweaker pad and just do drugs all night. And is, you know, at a party house, everyone parties and a lot of people crash there. So I shouldn't say this. Maybe we'll save this for the Patreon. Hey, subscribe to my Patreon if you want to hear this story, because I don't want to say it on here. Don't let me forget to tell that on the Patreon. That's how you get people to Patreon.
There we go.
There you go. Want to hear the old barebacking stories? You gotta go to Patreon. I think I told this, how I used to take dates to bars where smoking was on the outside, and they had the little drink table. Oh, you can't take your drink outside to smoke. Set it right there. It'll be fine. So I used to take dates to bars like that and steal the drinks from those tables when I was broke and then give them to my dates. Well, that looks like a Bacardi and Coke. And then it'd be like a, not that. And be like, oh, the bartender must have messed up. I'm sorry.
Because you used to also like just drink random leftover drinks
Oh,
too,
yeah.
right?
Oh, my God. It's a little kid. I've for sure told all these stories. Hematoma on the left testicle.
Mm-hmm.
Circumcised at 20.
Mm-hmm.
Fucked a penis pump at 16 years old. Talk about...
Yeah, you told that one.
God damn it. Oh, no. I think I told that one too. The time I broke a substitute teacher's spirit and he snapped and called me a filthy, disgusting nothing. I've said that one before, but that I'm going to retell it.
All right, yeah.
Because I was a bad kid, and I had lots of bad kid friends. They're always my kindred spirits, you know. And there was this one teacher, Mr. Smith, I believe was his name, and he was our substitute. And we were so awful that he broke, and he wanted to insult us and hurt us. And I could tell, you know. He goes, "You guys are filthy, disgusting." And then he goes, "You're worse than that. You're nothing. You're filthy, disgusting, nothing." This is an old. He looked like a veteran too, and like, and he's calling us filthy, disgusting, nothings. And it did work because all of us got a little quiet, and we're like, "Fuck." And then he later apologized. He's like, "I shouldn't have called you guys that." And I was like, "Nah, you should have beat our fucking asses." The kid that got kidnapped at the bus station that I witnessed.
Yeah.
I told all of them. The time I stole Chinese food.
Mm-hmm. Just out of somebody's car.
What about the time Bud cock blocked me on the road? Did I tell that one?
Maybe. Tell it again. I don't
Jesus Christ. I was on the road opening for this dude. I said his first and last name. We'll bleep out his last name. We'll respect him. Anyways, these girls were into me, and they came to the show, and they wanted to hang out, and then but I was on a tour bus with two other dudes, so I had the headliner I was with was, you know, doing his headliner shit and just talking to his fans, and then these girls were hitting on me. And they suggested like a threesome, and I was like, all right. Like, I couldn't tell if they're joking or not. I was like, yeah, let's go to the bus, you know? And they're like, all right. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to happen. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is amazing. And then Bud, I didn't say, we'll bleep out his last name.
Yeah.
He's on the bus setting up the podcast equipment and stuff. And I was like, hey, Bud, like, get out of the bus, you know? And then he didn't leave. And then, like, I don't know what happened, but then it was like an episode of Curb. Like, all of a sudden, the moment was gone. I was like, oh! And then the next day, I told the headliner, I'm not naming names. I don't know if they want. He didn't do anything. He's a nice family man. But then the next day, the headliner, my buddy, was like, so what happened last night? And then Bud told me he had some girls that wanted to come on the bus. I was like, yeah, I think they wanted to hook up with me. I couldn't tell if they were joking or what, but I didn't really get a chance to find out because he fucking cock-blocking Bud over here. He's like, why didn't you tell me to get off the bus? I was like, I did. And he's like, we need to come up with a code word for me to know next time. I was like, how about when I say, hey, Bud, get off the bus? It means get the fuck off the bus. And then I'll just say, Eddie Ift is the headliner I was opening for at the time. And he starts laughing. He's like, yeah, you don't need a code word for, hey, Bud, get off the bus. And then we just relentlessly made fun of Bud for being a no pussy getting motherfucker that doesn't understand. Like, I have 2 girls, cute girls, that are into me, hitting on me, that want to go on a bus, and I tell you to get off the bus, and you don't. Anyways, so I got 0 booty, and I could have possibly had 2 booties. Because Bud's a no pussy getting motherfucker. He doesn't understand what 2 women and get off the bus means. He's an old married fuck. He probably only been with 2 pussies his whole life anyways. He don't understand. No pussy getting motherfuckers. They don't know how it is. Everybody says like, oh yes, I don't need a lot of pussy. What if you have the options of a lot of pussies and then you'll want a lot of pussies? This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I'm just saying, I love and respect women. I was raised by them. But like, if I also love women, you know. And if you have an option to hook up with a lot of women, it's a nice thing. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just saying, like, okay, let's say the roles are reversed, and guys can fuck lots of girls. Roles are reversed, and girls can fuck a lot of Brad Pitts. They're gonna fuck a lot of Brad Pitts. Okay? You got 12 Brad Pitts knocking on your door. You're probably gonna test out at least 10 of them. Even though society won't allow it. Fuck society. I say bareback whoever. And next time, Bud, get off the fucking bus. You cock blocking motherfucker. I filmed him taking a diarrhea, and I posted it on my IG, and he because we both had to take a shit, and he was a real gentleman about it, and he went, no, you could go first. So I go in and I bomb it up, and then he's next, one stall, and then he goes to bomb it up, and then I know he's waiting for me to leave, so I open the door and then let it shut, so he thinks that I left, but really I'm waiting. I have my camera and I'm video recording, and then I just hear this bubble butt guts, it's just juicy, clack, clack, splatter, you know, you just that type of poop. And then I put the camera over the stall and film it, and he looks up at me like, it's so vulnerable. Hey, get out of here. He's stuck. And I film him, and he's like, don't post that. My family watches your stories. Oh, I posted it, and I tagged him in it. I still got it. We'll definitely edit that in this. Get out of here, motherfucker. That's not fair, dude. That's what you get for cock blocking me, bud. Yeah, I got your diarrhea tape. I have not had sex with 2 women because of you. I said that wrong. I don't know what I said on this podcast, but I'm not sure if I like it. What I'm trying to say is, men and women, if you have opportunity to have sex with a lot of beautiful people, you're going to want to do it. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. And if you don't, what are you, a fucking eunuch? Go tap that ass. What you waiting for? What you waiting for, Christmas? Waiting for Santa? What's going on? That's all the stories I have written down. I know I didn't read all of them because I know I for sure told a lot of them.
Yeah, I feel like there's still a bunch more that you've told.
Yeah, the ones that I knew,
Yeah.
that I remember that I told, I didn't list off. It is nice reading that list.
It's a funny list.
It's a good list. Oh, and I would imagine at least 10 times that amount of stories. It's the sad part is I just don't remember them. That's what happens when you're on Oxycontin, cocaine, weed, and alcohol. You forget. You forget quite a bit. How long we been rolling?
Just over an hour.
We hit an hour?
Yeah.
Nice. I think I'm done.
It's a good
I think
episode.
I've canceled myself 10 times over on this podcast. SNL, here I come. And then here I not come. That poor bastard. My buddy Shane, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Cancel culture. You could suck my fucking rat cock. Rat cock? What? I don't know. I was trying to make it like bad, and then I saw the sloth, and I was like, say something dirty, a rat. Anyways, speaking of rat cocks, let's wrap this up. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get a cat with the boogers. Snot rocket motherfucker. Anyways, I love you all. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Stay safe out there. I almost said don't wear a mask. Wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. I don't know. Fucking pandemic pussies. It's fake. No, it's real. I know it's real. I'm just tired of it, and I want it to be fake. It's real, but I think the world's overreacting a little bit with the fear. Actually, a lot of it with the fear. I mean, yeah, people die, and I know it could be your parents or you, and that's sad. But we're all going to die one day. Darkness. No. Can't end on that. Be safe out there. Don't hug your mama because the corona. And I hope everybody gets healthy and we all get past this. And I hope nobody dies. But we all know that's not going to happen. I always got to make it dark. Okay, I love you all. Thank you so much. Please rate, review, like, subscribe, share it. You know, I don't know who tells all their dirty deeds like I do, besides maybe Joey Diaz. And thank you for liking, subscribing, and my Patreon. Check out my Patreon. I'm gonna tell a barebacking story today. I can't say it on here. You got to pay for that one. I was like, if I'm gonna cancel myself, you at least got to pay for it. And thank you to my Patreon subscribers for literally paying more than half my rent. So you guys are literally saving my ass during this pandemic. So I appreciate you. Patreon link is in whatever you're listening to this on, it is in the thing. Just message me. Okay, I love you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.